Shocking flashbacks, nightmares, emotional numbness. These are only some of the symptoms that combat soldiers with post-traumatic stress disorder often face on a daily basis. Well, here in Israel, more and more veterans are seeking treatment through an unlikely method: horse therapy.
When you get hurt on the field, the medic and paramedics come and they take care of you immediately, and you get evacuated to hospital. Immediately they take care of the surgery and everything. But my injury wasn't, no one could see it. I couldn't see it. I'm sitting 11 and a half years bleeding in the field, waiting for someone to come treat me.
This is Karen Chisik. She was a combat medic in the Israeli army and served in the Gaza Strip between 2003 to 2005, which was the height of the Second Intifada.
We had an ambulance that was on call 24/7, and we were called to any situation, any case, from car accidents to shootings to bombs to explosions. About 9 or 10 months after I was discharged, my mom was the first one that noticed, came to me and said that I scream in my sleep. She noticed that I'm really angry and anxious all the time.
Karen was later diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, a condition which forces her to relive the trauma she faced in the army every day. Today, she's driven all the way up to a special farm to try to combat these demons. When you think about visiting a horse ranch, you might expect a trail ride, but not necessarily a therapy session. Well, here in Israel, that's not always the case. Today, I met some Israelis who are blurring the line between rehabilitation and recreation. Meet Dr. Anita Shkedi, the first person in the world to use equine or horse therapy to treat combat veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. She developed the method here in Israel, turning the Jewish state into a world leader in horse therapy treatment for PTSD.
I lost my son in '93 after the Second Lebanon War, Jonathan. He was mortally wounded. He was in the Sayer at Sankanim, and he went to Sujub to rescue people, and he was blown up there. It's very hard after you lose somebody. After the Shiva, you don't know what to do, whether you should go and lock yourself up or work. I decided that on the 8th day, I should go back to work. And on that day, into the office came a lady with her son who had been in an ambush, and she wanted to bring her son for riding therapy. She said to me, you know, this is my second son that's been injured. And that just did it. I thought, well, Jonathan sent me back to work, and this is going to be the rest of my life.
In Israel, everybody is required to go to the army, whether they're male or female, so it's no surprise that post-traumatic stress disorder is a very common issue here.
I was an officer in combat engineers, and for 6 years the death are chasing me. It was on the roads, it was everywhere. I found myself with hundreds of dead people, with wounded, with mix of a lot of blood.
Well, PTSD first is underdiagnosed. It's really a commonly found medical problem, but I think most physicians aren't really aware of PTSD.
Conventional treatment for PTSD is based largely on pharmaceuticals. Most patients are given a mix of pills to treat issues like anxiety, insomnia, pain, and panic attacks, and each of them have a spectrum of side effects. Oftentimes, the drugs become very addictive and very hard to stop. That's where horse therapy comes in. But why horses? The big creatures are ultimately prey animals, and just like soldiers who've been to war, they rely on their heightened senses for survival. Horses have the ability to react to and mirror the emotions of visitors directly without using any words.
It's really tiring to explain all the time why I can't go up there, why I can't go there. why I can't take my son to kindergarten in the morning. If I was missing a leg or two legs, no one would even ask that. They would understand it. Sometimes I feel like an alien. I say I feel like an alien here. For me, it's like meeting from the same species. I don't have to talk to them, and I don't have to explain.
It's to have the feeling that you are ruling again your life.